So I'd like to start with a simple question. What do you see when you look at me? For example, some of you might notice my hair, or my smile, the way that I do my makeup, or perhaps the clothes I'm wearing. I am normal. I am acceptable, right? Just a pretty standard-looking 21-year-old girl. Now, if the 19-year-old version of myself was up here today, chances are she would look exactly the same, maybe a different hair color, but the main difference is what she would be thinking. She would be absolutely terrified, hoping that nobody noticed she was different. The truth is that I am a pretty standard-looking 21-year-old girl, except I have one arm, and I spent the majority of my teenage years ashamed of this fact. I hid beneath my sleeves in hoping that I would appear normal. I didn't want to be stared at. I didn't want to stand out. I prayed that nobody would notice a hollow sleeve. I would perfect stances so that nobody could see. Heavy hoodies and coats worked a charm. Even if it was 20 degrees outside, I wouldn't go anywhere without my sleeves. God forbid somebody would notice. And sometimes they did. Sometimes I got caught, and I would panic. The sweat would run down my face as the person asked, "What's wrong with your arm?" I would mumble something in response and run away, hoping never to see that person again. It was so embarrassing, and it was really heartbreaking. So I had my first boyfriend when I was 14. My best friend was going out with this guy, and she gave my number to his friend. His name was Sam, and we never actually saw each other in person before we started texting. But he was lovely, and it was really exciting. A boy was interested in me, but he didn't know my secret. And the night before we were meant to meet up for the first time, I was sick with fear. I spent the majority of the night crying my eyes out. And all I could think was, he is going to think I'm a freak. He is going to see my arm and run a mile. And nobody is going to want me. So I decided to man up and tell him. The wait for his response only took about 10 seconds, but it felt like a lifetime. And you know what it said? It said, "Why would that bother me?" He didn't care. And the truth is that nobody actually does care. And the people that do care, they really don't matter. But it took me a long time to realize this. So, as a lot of you know, I am a Paralympic swimmer. Swimming means swimsuits and no sleeves. And successful swimming means media attention and the whole big bad world knowing that I had one arm. But yet I still try to hide it outside of the pool. But the only real time that I was ever truly happy was when I was swimming, because there was nowhere to hide. And I had great friends who really cared about me, and it was the real me. And the more I swam, the more confident I got, and the angrier I got with myself for hiding who I was. So, on the first day of college, a culinary degree, I might add, so nowhere to hide there, I took a deep breath, and I rolled up my sleeves. It was the scariest, but the best thing that I ever did in my life. I had to accept that this is who I was. I was never going to have two hands, despite the endless letters to Santa Claus or the Tooth Fairy. And I could continue trying to fit in and be like everybody else. But if I did that, I'd be absolutely miserable. And I deserve to be happy. And everyone is going to stare once in a while, because I am different. But I'm even guilty at staring at something that I see different. But it's not a bad thing. It's just the world being curious. And even now, I actually do still get nervous when I meet new people, because for some reason the unwanted fear of being rejected because of my arm returns. But I just have to take a deep breath and remember what a silly idea that is. Because the day that I rolled up my sleeves was the day that my life really began. I love who I am. I love my body, and my arm is my lucky fin. If I was born differently, I wouldn't be a Paralympian, and I wouldn't have the life that I do today. I used to hate the thought of being known as the girl with one arm. But now I love the fact that I won't easily be forgotten, and I can use it to my advantage. For example, when I go to get my nails done, I get half price. There is no better way to break the ice than by making a one-armed joke. And normal people don't get this opportunity to be that cheeky. I have come a long way from being the insecure girl who was so terrified of any social interaction to what I like to think of as a pretty strong, carefree woman now. And I really hope that it can inspire anyone who is struggling with who they are. Because everyone has an insecurity or a quirk, but that is what makes you who you are. And I know that it is scary, but I dare you to try. I dare you to take the first step like I did. It could be something as simple as rolling up your sleeves, but it could change your life. Because everybody has the right to be happy, and everybody has the right to be loved. So start with yourself, because you won't regret it. Thank you.